we're at this point in the season. We're evaluating all this stuff. We're talking about some of the same things. Like, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer because we're still in it. Like, I feel like the whole fan base and, like, to your point, even the team a little bit is like drinking this Kool-Aid of just like, woe is me down in the dumps. And it's like, at some point, Coach Franklin, and I don't know if it's Coach Franklin, the staff, somebody, like, they need to rally the troops, because it's like we still got a race to run and we could still end up being where we want to be. But it's like the media, the fan base, everybody is just down, gloom, beating these kids up and beating the team up. Like, I guess for this season to finish in that manner and for us to put ourselves with watching the game at the end of the year and putting on our Michigan hats and saying, let's go, because if it's a 3-way tie, if we beat them, we're where we want to be, right? Like, how does this team have to shift? Is it on the coaching staff? How do the players need to shift their mentality? If you're a leader in that locker room, like how, like, because again, the way they've played, it still seems like they're just almost in like robotic, like in a rinse and repeat cycle. And the outside noise is rattling these guys. Like, and when I say guys, I mean everybody in the entire facility. So it's like, talk me through that, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I think that's the bigger conversation, and we need to be talking about how that's we're still in this thing, guys. Like, it ain't over.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, look, I mean, it's like managing expectations, like managing moments and emotional highs and lows throughout the year, like that. They've got, I mean, I've spent time around the guys in his locker room, the captains on his team. Like, there's strong leadership, you know, guys like Theo, guys like Bo, Perdue, like those guys, Dom, DeLuke, like there's guys in this locker room that like understand it. I'm not in those meetings, but like, you know, it's like, you know, attitude reflects leadership, man. Like, I think it, like, they got to get out and control the narrative on where they're going and what they're doing, and then go do it, and like be honest about what they did and what they're gonna do. So I think they got, again, like, they do have. It's Penn State, man. You got to freaking show up, and they should be fired up to get out in front of Beaver Stadium. I don't give a damn if it's noon. I don't give a damn if it's freaking 6 a.m. I would have lined up at 8 p.m. after the Ohio State loss and said, line it up again. Let's go. Give me that taste out of my mouth. Because like we got a lot to play for. Like, so that's where I'm at with it. And you know, shit, we go 0-2 in 12, and it's like, hey man, like, line it up again right now. Like, we know we're good. We know we got talent. Like, so I'd love to see, you know, here's another thought on you know, mixing it up with the guys that they've got. You know, like, you got Bo, who brings a whole dynamic and a whole different threat that they've got. You know, Ohio State spent time preparing for that in the week. You know, like, that's something you throw in. The players respond to him in a different way, and like, that means something. It's an energy, like, momentum game. Like, you gotta, you know, find ways to get your guys rallying around somebody that's making a play, that somebody step up and say, like, grab this thing by the horns. And they're not giving anyone an opportunity to do that, it feels like. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does make sense. And it's just, like I said, I think we're just at a real interesting point, because I think we're overreacting either way. As a fan base, I think even as Letterman in ways, like, everyone's overreacting. And I think what it comes down to is like realizing where we're at. We're at the second half. We're in the home stretch, really. We're not even in the second half. We're in the home stretch here. We got a big one.
It's November. It's November, man. It's go time.
Like, we're in the home stretch. We got a big one coming up, and we need to figure out who we are quickly. And to your point, whether it's some personnel changes, some change-ups, some mixers, whatever we got to do to get it going, because I just feel like another 10-2 season with this ball club and this roster would be a letdown because of the talent development and everything that's gone into it. And I've said this just like over the course of time, like, where we are now, like, no one when we were in school would have bet that this was going to be the case. So it's like, we've been here, we've gotten taste of it. We've won a Big Ten championship already. Like, let's get back to that.